What up, though, Pistons fans? Welcome back to another episode. So, the Pistons lose tonight on the road to the Orlando Magic, 113-121, and fall to 23-22 on the regular season. So let's get to it. Initial thoughts, right? I felt for most of this game, the defensive effort was there. This definitely was a grinded out type of game. The Magic are a good defensive team as well. So I wasn't really expecting a glamorous performance offensively from either team. And for most of this game, the Pistons were up for the challenge. They set the tone early. They matched the Magic's physicality, their hustle, their grit. But one thing I've always said since Jaden's injury was that he was going to be missed. And in that fourth quarter, unlike the second quarter, the offense sputtered. There was no flow, and the Pistons just kept turning the ball over, leading the easy points to the Magic. The Magic scored 36 and 48 points in the second and fourth quarter, in large part to poor point guard play when K sat down. And before you could blink, the Magic went on a 20-4 run in the fourth and never looked back. So I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Not having Jaden available to slide the point guard and run the offense when K goes to the bench continues to be felt more and more. We've seen the Pistons be able to kind of get away with it in certain games depending on the matchups. But when you play a physical team like the Magic who are looking for opportunities to put pressure on you and turn you over, it's going to be felt, and it was tonight. So let's get to the box. Cade Cunningham tonight had 35 points, 11 assists, 2 steals, 5 turnovers on 13 for 31 shooting, 2 of 7 from 3, 7 of 7 from the free throw line in 38 minutes. So Cade had 35, yes, but this was not one of his more efficient basketball games because offensively tonight he really struggled, especially in that first half. He really struggled with the shot. I think he started off 2 for 11 to start the game, and he just couldn't really get into an offensive flow early in the game. Orlando is a solid basketball team. Coach Mosley has them playing good defense, and they're a very big team. They're able to really guard the pick and roll better than most teams because they can still defend the lob and they can defend the switch on Cade with the bigger defender better than most teams. So Cade had to work a little bit harder tonight to get the offense rolling. And on top of that, like I mentioned, Orlando is a very physical, defensive-minded team already. And you can see it tonight. Everything was a little bit more difficult for Cade. He was able to get to his spots, but it took an extra dribble. It took him an extra counter to get to what he wanted to get to, more than usual. He also didn't get a lot of fouls. A lot of obvious fouls were missed, but that's an entirely different conversation for another day. Aside from scoring, though, he did have 11 assists, did have 5 turnovers, so he had a 2-to-1 ratio as far as assists to turnovers, right? And Cade also has been playing very big on the boards lately. He's been rebounding very well lately. He's already one of the top rebounding point guards in the NBA, simply because of his size. And lately, he's really been making a concerted effort to take advantage of that. And you can see late in this game that he did not want to lose this game. He was really trying to will his team, especially down the stretch in the fourth quarter, but the Pistons just didn't have enough once they got down double digits in the fourth quarter. Jalen Duren had 10 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 turnovers. He did have 5 fouls on 5 for 9 shooting in 32 minutes. So one word has really turned the tide for JD: mindset. The way he's playing now is much different from the way he was playing earlier in the season. I'm not just talking about stats. I'm not just talking about results. I'm just talking about the way he's approaching the game. He still makes mistakes, but his effort and activity have been consistent on both sides of the court. But his activity is just different now. The way he's pursuing the basketball for offensive rebounds, getting putback after putback, he's creating a lot of opportunity for himself just with his activity. In the beginning of the season, he didn't really seem to have a firm grasp on the specifics of his role, and I think that's why he often looked out of place, just out there at times. But now that his role is being more and more clearly defined, he's attacking that role specifically, and it's really doing wonders for his confidence. Being a star in your individual role is the name of the game for these guys, and JD is buying more and more into that. He's still going to go through growing pains. He's 21 years old, but the key is how is he progressing week over week, month over month, and how is his effort and activity? If that continues to remain high, the other things will fall into place over time. Tim Hardaway Jr. had 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal on 3 for 8 shooting, 2 of 5 from 3, 5 for 5 from the free throw line in 33 minutes. So I got to say this too. The team as a whole shot very well from the free throw line. They shot 82% from the line. So the free throw shooting across the board really has improved for this team. But as far as Tim tonight, he played exactly to his role, right? What is his role? Be a steady presence on both sides, play solid defense, and knock down shots within the flow of the offense. That's what he's continuing to do. He only took 8 shots. So this is the 3rd straight game at least where he has not had double-digit shot attempts. So once again, he's not hunting for a shot. He's just taking what's available and playing within the flow of the offense and playing good team defense. So Tim was solid tonight. Tobias Harris had 2 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists on 1 for 3 shooting in 17 minutes. Now, before you lose it on Tobias Harris, Tobias got hurt early in the second half and had to leave the game. He was guarding Paolo Banchero in the post, and Banchero went up for a shot and his elbow caught Tobias on the chin, and he was clearly dazed. He went down to the floor. He tried to tough it out, but not long after that, he left the game for good. So hopefully Tobias is okay. We'll keep an eye on that. But I want to point this out too. I'm really loving the mindset that Tobias is now bringing. It's not one he's always had when he's been here, but he's starting to bring it now. And I think the team culture is starting to rub off on him as well. It's the mindset that all the Pistons are bringing right now. And that's that they're not taking anything from anybody. Early in the first quarter, Jalen Suggs gave Tobias a shove in the backcourt. It wasn't a dirty play, but it wasn't a necessary play either. And Tobias did not appreciate it. And he responded by shoving Suggs to the floor. And I absolutely loved it. That's the dog pound mentality and mindset that this team is developing across the board. We don't take anything from anybody. We are not going to tolerate it. We're going to set the tone early and show you who we are and what we're about, just in case you did not already know. And Tobias is usually chill. Tobias usually just wants to hoop. So when you see him get involved in extracurricular activity, you know it's for a reason. Ausar Thompson, man, player of the game by far for the Pistons tonight. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 steals, 1 block, 4 turnovers, 6 for 8 shooting, 4 for 4 from the free throw line in 30 minutes, and a ton more of intangible plays in this game. I said this after the last game. Ausar Thompson is the backbone of this defense. He is incredible. He is the ultimate connector defensively. He makes so many impact plays all on his own. And this individual defense tonight against Franz Wagner was great. He had him clamped, especially in that first half. Wagner got off late in this game once the Magic had built a lead. But early in this game, you could just see how frustrated he was with Ausar hounding him all game. And the things Ausar can do, man, he really is different. When you hear guys like Cade or LeBron James echoing Cade and saying that the twins are different, you know it's true. Ausar is able to do things that just most people just can't do. His shot making, he made a shot fall into the floor. It looked like he was out of control, but he got the ball up on the rim and it fell. Just some of the things he's able to do, you don't normally see basketball players do at that level. And he has so many things that you just cannot teach. He has so many intangibles to his game. When I watch him play, I see a lot of Scottie Pippen, Andre Iguodala. That's what I see. But I think he has the potential to be better than the latter. Imagine where he would be right now in his progression had he not missed 8 months of basketball. Ausar is a special player, man. I think he and his brother have the potential to be very, very special players in this league just because of the God-given gifts that they have. And don't let Ausar develop a jump shot. If he can develop any level of consistency from 3, watch out. Watch out. Let's get to the bench. And there were only a couple guys who really had much of an impact tonight. Simone Fontecchio played 17 minutes but didn't really give us much. He didn't score. 0 for 2 from 3. 3 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal. So he didn't really hurt us tonight, but he didn't really help us tonight either. It was just one of those weird nights where he just really was out there for a long period of time, but wasn't impactful. And I wouldn't really even blame him because, once again, the point guard play, setting these guys up, it just was not there tonight. And a player like Fontecchio needs a guard that can get him the basketball. We always talk about him not playmaking on his own, right? So that means he needs a point guard to help get him the basketball. And tonight, the Pistons just didn't have that, and as a result, he was ineffective. Marcus Sasser had 2 points, 1 assist, 1 turnover on 1 or 2 shooting in 10 minutes. So once again, Sasser, as the backup guard, when K sat down, wasn't really impactful. And we know he's not a point guard, right? We know that. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to give us anything offensively either. Only 2 shots. And once again, I think Sasser struggles with the length of the Magic because they have a very big and physical team. So because he wasn't able to get his offense going and because he wasn't able to get offense going for anybody else, it really made it hard for the bench unit to really be effective. And once again, for the 1,000th time, that's why missing a Jaden Ivey is so crucial for the Pistons right now. Ron Holland had 13 points, 4 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal, no fouls, on 3 for 7 shooting, 2 or 3 from 3, 5 or 8 from the free throw line. He played very, very well. And he also picked up a lot of the slack with Tobias being out. He, like Ausar, was very active defensively. Just his activity. He and Ausar are very good at creating turnovers and turning it into offense. But Ron tonight was also very big on the boards, helping the Pistons finish defensive possessions and just getting downhill in the open court, drawing fouls and making the right pass to shooters. And his jump shot is getting better and better and better. He's coming along. 2 for 3 again tonight. He's always shot the 3 ball with confidence, but now they're going in. Early in the season, he couldn't buy one, but now he's becoming a threat out there. And it's funny because tonight he had me like, no, Ron, no. Oh, okay. Oh. And I really hope the Pistons look to get Ausar and Ron more minutes on the floor together because defensively, they could really wreak havoc and put clamps on teams. That could be really, really scary. Malik Beasley had 18 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, on 6 for 13 shooting, 4 or 8 from 3, 2 of 4 from the free throw line in 30 minutes. Malik Beasley's stat lines often look very similar. The amount of points he puts up, the free throws he puts up, he just plays consistent basketball, and he's a true scoring punch for this basketball team. The Pistons don't even have a chance to win this game without his offense. And he really tried to step his game up in the third quarter when Tobias went down. You could see him really trying to contribute on both ends of the floor. He was even battling on the boards. On one possession, he missed a shot in the lane, got his own rebound in the trees, and found THJ for an open three-pointer. And defensively, in the second half, he had back-to-back defensive plays that led to points. So it was nice to see Malik having a strong defensive impact because you know what Malik is going to give you offensively. But to see him turn it up a notch defensively was nice to see. Isaiah Stewart had 4 points, 2 boards, 3 blocks, 1 turnover on 2 of 3 shooting in 16 minutes. And he was getting into it with everybody. He got into it with Wendell Carter Jr. He got into it with Paolo, but he set the tone tonight. And I don't know what Franz Wagner's deal is, but he seemed to be on a mission to dunk on Stu tonight. And he failed both times. And the Magic overall were 0 for 3 trying to dunk on Stu this game. The last one with Tristan da Silva getting denied the 3rd time. More and more now, guys are starting to see that challenging Stu at the rim and dunking on him is a lot easier said than done. He's building a rep now as a true rim protector. And for him to only be 6'8" and not a superior athlete by NBA standards, is truly impressive and a testament to his work ethic. And I've noticed lately offensively, the Pistons have been utilizing his midi jumper as well out of the pick and roll. And I think that's going to be something for him offensively that he can go to in the future. But hands down, man, Isaiah Stewart is one of the best, if not the best, rim protector in the league. Incredible. Incredible stuff we're seeing from Stu right now. Last but not least, man, shout out to JB Bickerstaff, man. He does not get enough credit. This man always has his players back. He got ejected tonight. He got back-to-back texts after arguing yet another bad call in this game. And his frustration obviously mounted too because already missing Jaden and then losing Tobias, basically being down 2 starters in the second half, and then having to fight the refs, he just lost it. And this was his first ejection as a Pistons coach. But once again, I'm not mad at that at all because you could even see as he's getting ejected, you see Pistons on the bench clapping as if to say, we support our coach because he supports us. So I love what I've seen from Coach Bickerstaff, man, the way he protects his team, the way he coaches his team, and the culture that he is setting here for this team has been nothing short of amazing. So the Pistons lose tonight, but it's nothing to panic over. You're going to lose games. You're not going to win every game. And when you're undermanned and on the road, it gets even more difficult. So more than anything, the Pistons show fight in this game. When they were down double digits early in the 4th quarter, they could have packed it in. But they continue to fight. This team is emotionally very mature to be as young as it is. But what did you guys see in tonight's game that I may have missed? Let me know. Also, question for you guys before I get out of here. Cade Cunningham has yet to play with an all-star player in his career up to this point. And yet he currently ranks 9th in the league in MVP odds. We're seeing what Cade can do with competent NBA talent, but still a very much unfinished product. So here's the question. Whenever Cade finally does get an opportunity to play with another all-star, will it be a player that is currently on this team? Will it be one of the young guys on this team that ascends to that level? Or will it be someone that Trajan Langdon brings in via trade or free agency? I have my thoughts, but I want to hear from you guys, and then we can all talk about it next video. Appreciate you hanging with your boy, and as always, Detroit first everybody. Peace.